Welcome to my channel. My name is Minzy, and today we are going to address a very serious topic along with the background and the controversies that came before the serious actions that the perpetrator admitted to having occurred. Don't attack or go after anyone mentioned in this video. I do not support witch hunts or dog piles on other people. I wanted to make a video where all the information that I could find was compiled so that people could look at the entire timeline. If I get anything wrong, please tell me in the comments and I'll try to fix it. I really want to talk about the serious actions that are criminal before getting into Spoctor's other actions, as there is a victim in this situation. There is a very serious accusation that came from Spoctor's own mouth. There is a recording of a Discord call that was released by Lyle Convoy and Hopeless Peaches. I recommend watching their videos. Lyle and Peaches don't tell us who the recording is from in their videos, and I won't assume. The footage of the call in this video is from them. Editing Minzy here, it has come to my attention that the allegations were actually mentioned 3 years earlier, but were dismissed because the video had no real evidence. The video had some evidence, like cropped screenshots, but that's not really evidence. It was very similar to an early false allegation made by Stories in Pentagon, which you'll see later in the video, and that was why people dismissed it. They were also very close in time together, so people were still kind of coming off of the Stories in Pentagon drama before this came out.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What the fuck are you guys What
I
are you getting at here?
I don't know what I'm getting at. Well, I do kind of know what I'm getting at. Just something that's bothering me. You've known this girl for a while.
Yeah, I have, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and like very early on, you would like. I think we all first started talking to Spoctor when she was like 12.
12, 13, yeah.
12, 13.
Yes. Oh, I see what this is about. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I want to know like the full story, basically.
You want to know the full... Is that all this is about?
Yeah, that's it.
I really don't want this getting out because it's just a bunch of like shit that I want to move past because it's a mistake I made, and I want to be able to move past it.
I know.
And that's all this is, because you guys know I'm a stupid fucking idiot and I do horny shit.
Yes.
But I'm not a fucking pedo, and I know I'm not a pedo.
So, like, do you care to elaborate on like? Do you guys have
if it's only for personal reasons, and you promise me that, I'll tell you everything.
Yeah, it's just for personal reasons.
Because, okay, so yeah, I was like 16. When we around that time. She was 13. It's only a 3-year age gap. Her and I, we had a friendship, and we were very close friends. And so, naturally, because fucking how I acted back then, there's this fling that started,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so, I mean, I don't know what kind of details you want specifically, though.
Like, how long it lasted?
I'd say about a few, like, obviously since I was 16 and it ended when I was 17.
Like a couple of years. A couple of years.
1 year.
1 year, yeah, because that's
1 year.
how math works.
Yeah.
And like, did it get graphic?
Did it get graphic?
Yes.
Admittingly, yeah, but it's all gone. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to associate with it anymore. It's disgusting shit that even I look back on and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Especially after I turned 18, I was like, I had the drive. It was like sitting on my counter, and I looked at it and I was like, why do I still fucking have this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was not too long after her and I we stopped talking.
Yeah. And you guys are not on any of the you guys aren't in a fling anymore.
No. We're just on good terms because it's better to be on good terms with someone that hated you.
Yeah. So it just took place between when you were 16 and 17.
And she was 13 and to 14, and she's 15 now.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So now you don't have any involvement with any of that stuff. No.
Not with minors, no. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Not with anybody under the age of 18. Fuck no.
Yeah. Right.
Because I'm 18 now, I gotta be a fucking adult. And honestly, even if they're 17, it's still like, no. No. Besides, as I get older, I start looking back on it and I'm like, I look at my sister and I'm like, she's 15. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My sister is her age and I'm just like, I just want to be able to forget about it, Yeah. Being on good terms with her helps me rectify some of that.
Right.
Now, the person that's sitting there fucking trying to get this information out is my age. And she is just really fucking salty at me for whatever reason.
Did you do anything?
Did I do anything with them?
Yeah.
I mean, I did, but we're the same age. So there's nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing.
But she accidentally caught feelings, and I had to reject her. She got salty. And then started trying to dig shit up on me.
Sounds like something similar to what I had to go through at one point. I'm gonna be honest. And the stuff with Spoctor.
Yeah.
That's the main stuff that I was concerned about.
Yeah.
If it was just between you guys when you were 3 years apart. Minors.
Yes.
I don't know. It's on one hand, it's not
the video made it out to be we're 4 years. We're not 4 years.
Yeah. Not 4 years.
It was wrong.
It's just.
So what is Ponder saying? She didn't even talk to me about it at all.
Yeah.
Yesterday, she was reading through the messages that you and her had, and the way it was worded, from what I remember, she made it seem like you were trying to get. It seemed like you were trying to get her to defend you in the future in case this comes out.
Yes, because I'm terrified. That's all honest truth. Yes, because I'm terrified. Because I know the mistakes I've made.
Yeah.
Do you want to add anything to that, Fagos? Because I can't really think of much to add to it because I had to step out of that call constantly.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd just say be careful. Basically, I'm not I'm probably not gonna do anything. To be honest,
You think Ponder's gonna do anything?
I don't think he is, unless like you make a video about it and like turns into a big old mess.
I don't want to touch it. I want to bury it as
you
best I can.
should, as long as like that video that Manus made doesn't go out even further, and no one says anything, because I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to do anything. I looked at it and I'm like, whatever. I'm done with this.
I do want to talk to Ponder though. I want to clear things up.
All right.
If I can at some point, but if she'll even respond.
Yeah, I'm sure she will. Because like you know yourself that this.
I mean, yeah, I was trying to get her to keep a lookout because she saved my ass before, and I just needed fucking help because this shit has fucked me up in the past, and my dumb mistakes when I was fucking 17, 16 seems to always come back to me.
Well,
especially now that I'm trying to move on.
Yeah, well, the one thing to note is that we can't always be there to help you with this because I have my own life to worry about.
I'm aware. I just don't want to. The main thing was that I didn't want you guys against me. That was my concern.
Yeah, I'm not against you.
We just wanted to talk because we needed to clear things up. Because
that's what I want.
All right.
Yeah.
I just don't want people against me. Because if I make enemies, then they'll fucking put it out there as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Ponder would do that because that's not really in Ponder's nature.
Yeah, Ponder's not gonna like an exposed video.
Yeah. But I do want to talk to her about it.
I would.
Right.
Yeah. Is everything chill?
We just wanted to talk about that, essentially.
This has been fucking me up all week. You don't understand.
It's the fourth day of fucking 2020, man. God damn it.
It is.
I knew something was up when you asked about
Spoon.
a call and then that.
Yeah,
we were
because like I know like she was involved because back then with the whole like original accusation there were like 12 mentions of a 12-year-old and I was like, are they talking about Spoctor?
12-year-old? Fuck no. I don't know who the hell that was.
I don't know what was going on, but yeah. Like
But yeah, when I was a minor I had a lot of flings with other minors. I mean I'm stupid like that. But I'm 18. I'm strictly 18 plus. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Literally, I ask people, like, I don't even make friends with minors anymore. Previously established friends are one thing, but I don't make new friends with minors.
Right.
Oh, fucking bullshit, dude. Literally, it's destroyed. I fucking crushed it. I wiped it, I formatted it, and crushed it.
Can you take a picture of it and show us that you did crush it?
I flushed it down. Dude, this was
Literally,
do you know this was like ages ago, right?
This was like
This was ages ago.
Yeah.
This was like the beginning of 2019.
Pretty much.
Alright then.
So shit.
Yeah. I don't know how it
Besides, even if you ask for pictures, what would I do? I could just take another buy a flash drive and crush it and say, "Oh, here's your proof."
Here's your proof, basically.
Yeah.
I could find a lot of ways to just like think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
hoping. What are you concerned about?
Yeah, I'm just concerned a lot.
I
of
am
time.
too.
Especially about PK.
What about him?
The bare ass on Twitter.
Yeah, basically.
I won't pull a stunt like that.
No, we know you're not that stupid.
Yeah.
PK's just on his own level, I guess.
Yeah.
At least he's distracting the public.
Basically.
Yeah. I'll talk to Ponder. I have a
Just
friend over right now, so I had to put it on hold.
freaking stay safe, man. Like,
Please.
I don't want.
We don't want another 2018, okay?
Wait.
I don't want.
Was it 2018 or was it? No, it was a
That
2018.
that was 2018, yeah.
It was
Kill me.
2018.
Yeah. Shit.
Freaking May of 2018.
It's okay. If something happens, I won't fucking fold over like I did last time.
Okay. Alright. Well, we just wanted to clear that up real quick, so be sure to let Ponder know and everything, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Bye.
Laters.
In the recording, Spoctor admits to having CP of a 13-year-old on a USB drive that he kept until after he turned 18. This means he actively saved the images on a drive and kept it for years. The people in the call with him, the names Junkie and Faghost, don't confront him about the fact that he admits to having and keeping CP. He even makes what I can only assume is meant to be a joke about how he could just get a new drive and destroy the old one. Spoctor even realizes not even a minute into the call what the call is about. He acts very dismissively about the claims, and neither of the other two parties calls him out on it. Spoctor gets very defensive and talks about getting ahead of everything. As Lyle pointed out in his video, the call might be why Spoctor was so for defending Junkie, as Junkie would have known about the drive, therefore knowing about Spoctor's actions. He at least somewhat knows what he did was wrong, as he calls it disgusting and looks for confirmation with the others in the call that he is not a pedo. I also noticed that he makes a comparison between the victim and his younger sister about them being the same age and questions what is wrong with him. I don't like how Spoctor brings Ponder Sprocket into this, like he thinks Ponder is his personal knight in shining armor or savior because she defended him against false accusations. She seems to be stressed enough with tons of people coming to her, wanting her to help them expose someone or disprove allegations, and I'm sure that Spoctor coming to her with this didn't help her mental health at all. The others in the call also encouraged Spoctor to talk to Ponder. Spoctor and Ponder had a call that was around 18 minutes, but it wasn't recorded to the best of my knowledge. I don't 100% know what happened in that call, but I can guess that Spoctor was probably really dismissive about the claims and painted himself in the best light possible, and he probably lied. Dismissing the problem as a dumb mistake that he made when he was 16 shows that he doesn't get what he did wrong. The problem wasn't that he had flings with minors when he was a minor. The problem is that he had CP on a USB drive and that he kept it until after he became an adult. Now we can move on to Spoctor's history, as this is why people were hesitant to go against Spoctor. Spoctor's controversy history starts when he was falsely accused by two YouTubers that went by the names Stories and Pentagram. There were others joining into the accusations, but Stories was the victim in the accusation, and Pentagram was Stories' main co-conspirator. Atari was also one of the main co-conspirators, but she eventually helped disprove the accusations and was harshly attacked by the public in this situation. The entire situation lasted about a week, but it was a big dog pile. The accusations were that Spoctor developed feelings for someone who was in a relationship, sending nudes, having sexual conversations, having a sexual relationship with an 8-year-old, pressuring people for not safe for work art, not paying his artist, moaning for money, having an ego, being transphobic, etc. Spoctor was newly turned 17 when these accusations came out. Each of the accusers posted videos within very close times to each other. A lot of the screenshots shown in each person's videos didn't show what the people would say that they did. The main accusation that everyone was spreading everywhere was that Spoctor had a sexual relationship with an 8-year-old. The 8-year-old in question was Stories. Stories was questioned about this in Jar's video, but they avoided all questions about it and got angry when confronted. Stories was later proven to not be 8 years old. Spoctor also had an ex that was spreading accusations as well. Their name was Ghosty. They tried blaming Spoctor for not realizing that they were uncomfortable and blowing it into something more menacing when they didn't tell him that they were uncomfortable. Ghosty also accused Spoctor of bribing someone into making not safe for work art. They also claimed that it wasn't okay for Spoctor to get sexual with them, but it was okay for them to get sexual with him and send not safe for work links. Ghosty also accused Spoctor of manipulating them into drawing smut art. This was a part of the grooming allegations as well, because Ghosty was one of the people who accused Spoctor of grooming them. There was an action that Spoctor was proven to be wrong for in this situation. He had taken nude pictures of himself as a minor and sent the pictures to others. This means that he created and distributed CP of himself, meaning that he was the victim but also the perpetrator. This is a very common thing among teenagers, as they don't view themselves as taking nude pictures as creating CP, as they don't view themselves as children. If you are a teen and are thinking of or are doing this, stop it. Ponder was the main person who pointed out the inconsistencies and blatantly false accusations in a few videos that she made. Ponder had actively gathered evidence in her video that showed that the accusations that could be checked were false, like Spoctor not paying his artist. She had actively went out of her way to contact the artist, and it was shown that Spoctor did pay his artist. People came to Ponder with more evidence against the accusations, as people had evidence but didn't know that it was really evidence. Ponder was also attacked by Stories and Pentagon, as they were planning in a Discord chat how to bring Ponder down. They accused Ponder of making the videos for views, but this never really got anywhere, as Atari provided Ponder with the entire Discord chat, and it was shown that Pentagon and Stories planned the entire thing so that they could watch Spoctor be destroyed. The Discord chat was also shut down by Atari. I do recommend watching Ponder's 3 videos on the false Spoctor allegations, as they go into deeper explanations than I will. The videos will be linked in the description. Fran was one of the many who jumped onto the Spoctor dog pile with the false allegations. Fran has moved on from this situation and has taken her video down, like many others. And no one should be attacked for this. I'm just bringing Fran's actions up as they lead into another situation involving Spoctor. The difference between Fran and the other people jumping on the bandwagon was that Fran didn't really care about talking about the allegations in her video, and she really just wanted to talk about her personal hate for Spoctor. In the video, she said that she came back to the ranting community because of the serious allegations, but then she proceeds to barely talk about the allegations and instead talks about petty drama. Fran does make claims about Spoctor being rude, but her evidence wasn't screenshots of him doing that, but instead people telling her that he did that. Heaton Mitsuru made a video on Fran along with Ponder and Spoctor himself. Heaton and Spoctor both used the screenshots shown in this video, but Heaton was the only one of the two who was accused of using these screenshots without Junkie's consent. Heaton got a lot of backlash and even lost some of their relationships due to this. Junkie had been actively telling people that he didn't give Heaton his consent to show the screenshots in their friend video. There was actually a video made showing this at the time. Heaton's video on Fran had been taken down because of how much backlash they got. Heaton's relationships, personal and professional, were damaged because of Junkie's actions. Junkie had thrown Heaton under the bus to save his own tail. Junkie didn't want to admit that he lied to everyone and ended up changing his story. The new story was that he had allowed Heaton to use the screenshots, but that he didn't know what for. In Heaton's video talking about the damage that Junkie did to them, Heaton was very angry, and rightfully so. Spoctor made a commentary about this video. Throughout Spoctor's video, he tone polices Heaton and tells them that they had no reason to react this way. Spoctor continuously defends Junkie throughout the video and called Junkie's lies basically nothing, as they were little white lies. People had confronted Spoctor on this personally, and he had apologized. He also told these people that he would correct this, but he never did. Spoctor was telling people how they should react and how they shouldn't be angry. This is hypocritical, as in the video he is angry at the community and is expressing his anger throughout the video. Spoctor is really dismissive about this situation, and he even laughs at it. Spoctor even says that he feels like he did nothing wrong. Spoctor's DID video was not really well received for good reason. The video came out a little less than a year ago. It presented as a very uneducated video and had some points that were very hurtful and insensitive. I will not be talking about the full video, as I myself am uneducated on the topic of DID, but I do want to address 2 points in the video. I do recommend watching a video of someone who struggles or is educated on DID talking about this situation. I will link in the description a person who has DID talking about the video. Spoctor refers to people without DID as quote-unquote mentally stable. Plenty of people who don't have DID are not mentally stable, and even people who have no disorders can be mentally unstable. He addresses people who have trauma as being damaged and broken. No one wants to be called damaged or broken, as that is a literal insult. Trauma doesn't break a person, nor does it damage them. He also, later in this video, refers to Peaches as broken and damaged in his video, criticizing Hopeless Peaches as he is trying to, as he excuses it, humanize her. Next, we're going to talk about Spoctor's actions in the Hopeless Peaches situation. Spoctor made a video about Peaches like a lot of people were doing at the time. In his thumbnail of the video, he used imagery from Peaches' video about her grooming story. He also used the same imagery in the video when he was making the claim that she is bad at relationship management.
Is under a lot of fire right now for what I can gather being intensely bad at relationship management and emotional management. Some can even argue she's gone to depths to be manipulative, where I'd agree, but I'd also point to the gesture that it's subconscious and unintentional, and more rooted in her impulsivity and inability to contain her emotion. There are a lot of people that compare her actions to Toby, that of which I would disagree. And yes, it's true she flaunts her mental instability all the fucking damn time, and it looks like a fucking excuse, but she absolutely shouldn't do it. It's true, she should not do that. However, I feel it strives more from her inability to keep things to herself and put up that emotional barrier that she needs in order to keep her public image clearer.
The grooming imagery was also something that Omnia did, and they got highly criticized for it. Spoctor also claims that Peaches should treat her platform like a business.
Nonetheless, it is something that I see a lot. Creators pushing out their emotions on social media when it isn't the proper place for them. And I know a lot of people who use social media to get validation and love when they're at a low point, and I personally believe it strives from the idea that they feel like they have nowhere else to turn, so they turn to the internet. And it's very dangerous, Peaches. This is a very dangerous thing to do, as you've seen throughout this whole thing. Everybody sees what gets put out there, and it can come off in the worst of ways. You, Peaches, need to stop using your platform as a venting ground, start treating it like a brand. How you're going about this is irresponsible at the least and idiotic at the most. It's not what you should be doing with your platform.
He also said that he believes that people shouldn't talk about their suicidal thoughts because it might hurt other people. Spoctor accuses Peaches of using her mental health to get pity. On that same note, he repeated prison mate Luke's words by calling Peaches a suicide baiter.
Say, just please stop posting to Twitter and using it to output so much emotional torment. It will cause you so many issues overall and will do more harm than good because there's thousands of people who might see that and twist it and get the wrong idea. I don't want to assume that you are suicide baiting, but I also want you to know that. It's fucked up for the people around you to make them worry like that, to spread pain and fear like that, despite if you're planning on going through with it or not.
He even calls her broken while showing her grooming story imagery. He would use the same wording of calling people broken that he did in his DID video. Spoctor did make a follow-up video about Peaches, but it wasn't a very good one. The entire video was full of him defending himself. He does talk about Creepshow art though. He's a lot softer on Creepshow than he ever was on Peaches. Keep this in mind for later as something does come up. Spoctor made a video about why he was leaving the commentary community, and half of it was filled with him talking about Linlin. Linlin is a 16-year-old who made a not very good video criticizing Spoctor. He should have made a completely separate video if he wanted to talk that bad about Linlin, as the video was supposed to be about why he was leaving. So unless he blames Linlin for him leaving, he should have either talked less about her or had a completely different video about her. Doodletones went into depth about Linlin's video on Spoctor and even gave Spoctor some of his own criticism. I recommend her video as I won't be going in depth about Linlin's video. Peaches was one of the people in the community who was contacting Spoctor and asking him to fix his mistakes. She had a call with herself, Lyle, and Spoctor. Every Discord call needs a mediator.
I can hear you. Awesome.
Why can't I hear anything?
Oh, damn. Can I be heard?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, wait. There we go. That's why. Hello.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
My voice meter was being funny.
Oh, I see. Awesome. Okay. Right, yeah. So, obviously, I'll be recording. So that's fine.
Oh, shit.
Lovely.
Okay.
So I was gonna ask you, oh right, hold on. I was gonna ask you like a few questions on a few different things. That's
Okay.
all right. So, I'm sorry.
What kind of questions you got for me?
I'm tired, and obviously, this will be more of like a general conversation. I've more got it because I'm really shit at remembering where I'm going.
All right.
But I was gonna just ask, like, generally start it off, like, why you left commentary.
Why I left commentary? That's That's a good question. I guess it's kind of important to note, you know?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, one of the biggest reasons is just kind of I'm tired. I've been wanting to do it for years.
Yeah, because I know that you've said that you wanted to do it like a while, but then
Yeah.
you never quite did. Like you mentioned that you made like a post about it in like February
Yeah,
that you wanted to do a
February.
commentary, and then
Yeah.
in your video on Junkie, you also said like your former community.
I mean, yeah. I
So
still consider it
like
a former community.
yeah, so like what pushed you to actually finally leave?
Um, well, it's a good question. I think I it's like I said, it's been a decision I've been thinking on for a long time. But I guess one of the main indicators for me was that it was time to leave was I mean, some of the slack I was getting for some of my videos, but then at the same regard, like that was just the nail in the coffin for me. But uh I think what uh made me realize I wanted to start quitting was when I started relying on my medication to actually create videos. It wasn't as fun as it used to be.
Okay. So like some of the slack that you were getting on some of the videos that like how did that affect that? Was that kind of the negativity of it, or is that
Yeah.
more realizing that you
I mean, it's the negative. I mean, it's a mix of both, you know. Like, I'm not a big fan of negativity. I know it's funny coming from me, but I in my personal life I try to be very cut dry and positive all of the time, and it doesn't really translate well into the medium. And I mean, obviously, in order to kind of get clicks, you got to be a little bit aggressive, and I've just slowly started dwindling my sanity in order to try to maintain the aggressiveness I used to have.
yeah, because the videos that you make, you don't have to be aggressive, so to speak.
No, I try not to be, like overall.
Cause all right, cause then I'm gonna ask to really cut into more of the proper stuff that I want to talk about now.
Hmm.
Um, you mentioned videos, like some of your videos getting slack. Any particular one, or any particular
I mean,
ones, plural?
what?
Just mean like if there is a video slash videos.
I mean, you've seen them. I mean, the DID video is a pretty big one.
Hmm.
But but yeah, like there. I mean, overall, like I've seen a lot of negativity on some of my creep show commentary. I've seen negativity on. I've seen it on your commentary that I did on you. It's all over the place. But the DID video, I was kind of like the big what's the word I'm looking for? It was the big realization because I honestly put that video together like to the best of my ability. I interviewed people, I talked to people with the disorder, I talked to people who were in therapy for it, and I genuinely uploaded it with the notion that oh, like this video is, you know, like this is like one of my better videos, and then ended up talking with a bunch of other people in the community and completely 180'd my perspective on that, like during that month break that I was just not signing onto YouTube.
So you say that the DID video
Yes.
and the negativity you got from that was like one of the main reasons why you felt like that was like the final nail in the coffin kind of reason to leave,
Yes.
kind of all that stuff. Then why was Lin Lin the main focus of your leaving commentary video?
Oh, because she was wrong.
I mean, there's a difference between, like, we'll get into that in a sec, but regardless of whether they made the best video ever or worst video ever, if you're leaving commentary first and foremost, wouldn't you rather want to speak on the things that you think that you should say rather than what a 16-year-old thinks of you?
No, they said some pretty bad things about me. I kind of wanted to talk about it.
Because, like, you literally start your video, like, literally 13 seconds in, saying that you want to clear the air and explain why you're leaving commentary, and immediately cut to talking about Linlin's video.
Yeah. I don't want them thinking that Linlin's video is the reason I'm leaving.
Then why was Linlin's the main focus of your leaving commentary video?
Because she greatly discharacterized me.
Would you like to elaborate? Because you didn't.
I think
watched
Doodle's
your
video did a great job of it.
Okay, well, I'm not asking what Doodle Tones thinks. I'm asking what you think.
Huh?
I'm asking not what Doodle Tones thinks. I'm asking
No. Shit. What the fuck?
Are you alright?
Yeah, sorry.
You sounded like you got run over by a train.
I think my voice meter started being weird.
I see.
Very weird.
Oh, hello?
What?
Hello?
Okay.
Hi?
Hello? You're, everything's breaking on your end, I have to say.
So do you
Okay.
I
I can hear. Okay, there we go. Hi.
Alright.
here?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Okay. Have you turned your voice meter off?
No.
I think you need to.
No, I'm good.
You think this is funny?
Yes,
Why?
I do.
No, why?
Because I don't care.
You don't care. Do you know what we're here to talk
No,
about?
not really.
You don't care. What are we here to talk to you about?
I don't know. I have really nothing to lose. I've done nothing wrong.
You've done nothing
have
wrong.
made a few mistakes, and I'm not going to be put through the ringer for it.
Who's putting you through a ringer?
You.
Me? I'm for the most part just sitting here talking.
Yes.
Okay, tell me how I'm putting you through the ringer.
You guys. Let me elaborate.
Sure.
You guys are literally about to make a whole ass video on some, like, superstitious, like,
Superstitious.
shit that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Who's you
Well,
guys and what
I
video?
don't care anymore.
Who's you guys and what video are you talking about?
Didn't you tweet about it?
Me? No. I didn't tweet anything about a video.
you talking about me?
Yeah, Peaches. You tweeted
'Cause-
about it. You're making the
said,
That's
I
why you're
said
in
that-
it. today.
Yeah, I said that I may make a video. But then I thought, hey, I'll ask you for your perspective. At least be able to talk to you.
You're not,
not here
asking for my
to-
perspective. You're interviewing me, and you're just asking questions you know the answer to.
Yeah, because I want to know genuinely what your point of everything is. Because your video was very short, and I would like to talk to you properly, not only just about the things that I'm starting off with, but other things as well. Wouldn't you find
What other
it a lot?
things?
Well, I can skip through if you don't want to talk about this anymore.
I just want a synopsis. What are we talking about?
We're going to talk about some of the
Talking-
other things that you have covered and some of the other ways you've handled other things that are a little more troublesome than your DID video in terms of handling.
Yeah, I know. I handled that poorly.
Okay, I just told you we're going to cover some other things.
That's why the video is not up anymore.
And I just told. Are you not paying attention to what I'm saying to you?
You said my DID video, and the video.
No, I said we're going to talk about more than just your DID video. We're talking about other content.
Okay.
So if you're coming in here just to be flippant and be sarcastic, I mean, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. We're not here to drill you specifically about your DID video. We're here to talk to you about some of your other content.
Okay.
So what's the purpose of all these shenanigans exactly?
Let me just put it this way. You're talking to someone who has nothing to lose. I've stopped caring about YouTube. I've heard a lot of terrible things about you guys from other creators, and I quite literally don't want to deal with your bullshit. How about that?
What BS have you heard?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think it does. Because if your friends are sitting there crying about things that you have no real evidence for, I think that's kind of silly, don't you?
Evidence? I'm not outing you.
You don't have to out somebody when you make a claim. What have you heard?
I mean, it's sort of based on what I've heard, what I've seen, and how I've been treated. So I'm not
treated by whom?
Really in the mood to.
Treated by whom? Because this is the first time I've spoken to you.
It's not the first time I've seen you in my comments.
I'm sure it's not, but this is the first time I've spoken to you. So what have I said to you? How have I mistreated you?
This is the first time you've spoken to me.
Yes, directly. This is the first time I've spoken to you. So what have I said to you that you think is so abhorrent?
I mean, I could pull up the comment, but I really don't care.
No, you do care. Otherwise, you wouldn't be stalking like this. What did I say that you find so egregious?
You guys have a great day. I don't care.
Well, that went fabulous.
That's fine. That's exactly who he is.
That was horrific.
That could have been worse.
Spoctor making claims about Lio and Peaches is very hypocritical. In the call, he claimed that he heard things about Lio and Peaches. He probably heard these things from his friends. The same friends who have messed up horribly and are probably mad that their actions were exposed to the public. There was a second call with Peaches and Spoctor. There had to be multiple people in the call for him to not act like a child like he did in the first call, where he was mic spamming and all sorts of other stuff. Spoctor also says that his reasoning for acting that way in the first call was because he was scared. In the call, Spoctor even admits to blindly believing Creepshow because he puts weight into his friend's words. This is dumb, as there was proof of Creepshow lying being shown to him before he made his video. And he even admits to seeing that when he's talking with Peaches.
Show that they're muted with the little mute button. Thank you.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, so Tech, it's just gonna be like me, the mods, and you talking, I guess. Like no one else. And then if anyone gets dogpiled, just like we're gonna server mute everybody, I guess.
And Lio is not gonna be here. He's asleep right now, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be his replacement.
Thank you, Sarah. Alright, so are you calm now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess. So we're able to have a proper talk now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and go through this a bit quicker because it is 4:30 in the morning for me.
Sure.
And so I'm just gonna cut to the chase with everything else.
Alright.
Because I know that you don't want to talk about the Linlin stuff, and you don't want to talk about the DID video. That's fine. I'm not going to talk about Heaton stuff. Heaton can speak for herself. So I'm just going to go straight to the video that you made on me.
Alright.
Because this isn't to dogpile you.
Okay.
This was literally so I could talk to you because it has affected me for a while. And I just want closure, man.
Alright, I understand. Yeah.
But are you...
I know how that feels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good now.
Okay.
I promise.
Alright, so, first and foremost, just to ask properly, I know that you vaguely said it in DMs, but I saw that you took the thumbnail down. Like, what made you do that?
I felt like I should have. I know it was something that you kind of spoke about passively, and I've seen you comment about it on videos, so I just decided to take it off.
Mm-hmm. Like...
There's really there's no other reason other than that. I just was trying to be courteous.
Yeah, I was just wondering why it took nearly 2 years for that to happen, to be honest.
Well... That, you know, when you have a lot of realizations, you just kind of just try to go for the changes.
Was there any particular event that caused you to do that, or was it just a sudden realization?
It was. Well, I mean, alongside all the other stuff that was happening around me, I decided, yeah, if I'm gonna leave commentary, I might as well clean up some of the things that, you know, in hindsight, I should have when I was doing it. So, yeah. I'll leave with a little bit of grace, at least.
Mm-hmm. So, if you had that kind of epiphany, I guess I gotta ask the new question now of...
Yes.
Why you thought that I'd be smearing you for lies and that I was just trying to drag you.
That's a complicated question to answer.
If you could answer it, that would very much help me understand the call that we had earlier.
I was just afraid.
It's alright to be afraid, but like you got to understand that
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know what you're getting at. What happened, and I apologize, but you know.
Okay.
I can't really take it back.
There's some details in there, like in that call, because I heard it. You said you're afraid, like not so much as, you know, there because you ran off, but one of the main things in there that I found to be a little bit concerning was you said, I've heard terrible things, you know, about you, you know, and Lio, like Peach's Lio. What did you mean by that? Like, what things are you talking about?
I hear that you invite people into the Senate in front of a bunch of audiences and then talk to them about it. And, you know, just kind of talk about these very private situations in front of a large amount of people like you're doing to me right now.
Well, first and foremost, and I'll be blunt right now, nothing that's spoken here is ever private matters. It's usually things that have been brought to the public, so that's already out. Second, you've proven to me that you're not trusted in a private call. You're the type of person, which is why these kind of calls exist. Like,
Yeah,
and you're not,
that was a one-off thing. I've never done that before.
Well, it's good to say one-off, but that was the first call I've had with you. Like, being able to have a proper conversation, and that's how you treat me. And as you can see,
I know,
everyone here...
I apologize.
Yeah, and as you can see, everyone here is muted. And no one's gonna mute, because if anyone unmutes to say anything stupid, they get server muted for 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute
They're
them all.
dumb.
Okay.
This is literally because of, well, I can't even say hypothetical because of what happened before. And that's what a lot of people do. But it's never about private matters. If I had a private matter with you, that was never public, you wouldn't be here. This is
Okay.
about a public video that you made. So if
Okay.
hundreds of thousands of people can watch your video, I'm sure that like 15 people can sit and listen to this call, right?
If that's
Alright.
okay, I have a question too.
Mhm.
It's nothing bad or anything, I promise. So I'm pretty sure when I think about it, I think that was gonna happen to me too when I joined, which is obviously okay. I mean, if it did happen, I wouldn't have thrown a fit or anything. I would have been like, okay, and I would have sat here and I would have talked to you normally. But was there like a reason why it had to be like a big call for me as well, or no?
That was more because I didn't really know your intentions, and due to Spoctor coming into a call before acting like he'd be fine to then just mic spam and freak out, that was more of the reason why. Otherwise, in
Oh, that's
conversations
okay,
with someone like you, I would usually just talk to you privately.
Okay, that's just my only question about that.
I'll go ahead and point out another thing before you continue, Peaches. So the whole thing about bringing it in here, Spoctor, if you're afraid about saying like certain things like this, or at least concerning things like this publicly,
It's not so much. It's more so just the notion of an audience, and it's just like, I don't know. It's a little different when
this
it's
is
going to be edited and released later. You know.
This is what I'm going to get at here for you. If
All
you're
right.
afraid to say things in front of an audience, like I get it, like speech sucks. Being in front of an audience sucks. I already don't understand that, but I got used to it pretty quick. If you're afraid to say things in regards to subjects like these, your points were probably not good to begin with. If you have to keep it private, like
Are you assuming that's what this was, or are you just saying that generally?
No, I mean he does have a point, Tech.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Like you gotta, it's more about growing a spine in cases like these. Like you shouldn't be afraid to, to talk about these things in such a way, like in places like here, if you get what I mean, right?
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna be afraid to talk about the scuffles I've had with other people. Like I guess you could say in quote private, because I have legs to stand on. I have nothing to be afraid of. But when I heard that call earlier, like I got a lot of like disingenuous, feelings for how you acted in there, and the way that you came in here talking about like, oh no, I was afraid. You got to get the legs to stand on. I know I don't like explain things in the best way. Lyon knows, everybody here knows. You got to work on that. You really do.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I mean, I would have had to work on that if I wasn't quitting commentary, but yeah, I know what you mean.
This is a situation. This is a situation where you have been in commentary. This isn't a situation where, you're brand new to all of this.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a public video. Whether I do this here, or whether we do a back and forth response. Like, I would rather do it where I can talk to you proper. But again, Spoctor, when I tried to talk to you before, you mic spammed and dipped. Like, and there's no one to be afraid of here. You've got fucking Jar in the call sitting around, and we all take the piss out of Jar. No one listens to Jar. and Jar's fine. Why do I always pick on Jar? I'm sorry, Jar. You're just right there.
Rest in peace.
Grunts. I've used Jar like 3 times to take the piss out of him in this call. That's why.
Moving on a little bit. You've been.
Yeah. Anyway.
How long have you been doing commentary, Spoctor?
Too long, like 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, you aren't brand new to this. You've been at this for quite some time, and I know you said you quit, but you know how it's like.
Sorry, the name.
Oh my god. Guys, please.
I'm sorry.
Like, you know.
Yes.
Or at least you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we can get past that part, so now that you know why we do that,
Okay.
I want to go into basically what your goal was with the video you made on me.
What do you mean?
Well, essentially, you made your video on me.
Yes.
Your first video. And you already had a lot of... you didn't have, like, everything at that point, but you had a substantial amount of screenshots I sent you and another side. And then you had fucking Creepshow Art, Prison Mate Luke, all that lot who were on the other side who... Creepshow had fucking nothing. She never did. Prison Mate Luke who fucking either can't read
Yeah.
or whatever. And then you had Omnia who thought that they were slick by going, oh, I'm not gonna share screenshots, but let me just blur out literally half the conversation because that's substantial proof. But when I sent you stuff, you just said, well, do I need to really bring it up? Like, mentioning how, it was just PR, that it was all just business. And then when I came to you another time asking you, like, in February, because I wanted to clarify with something that Shannon was saying, I literally come to you asking, like, could I ask you something privately? And immediately you're like, I'm currently on other topics. I don't intend on revisiting any stuff with you. Just like immediate shutdown when that wasn't my intent. It just seemed very strange. And then you turned around and basically said that Shannon was showing you substantial proof, which, let's be honest, if she did have substantial proof, she would have shown it. It felt more like a lie or some kind of thing. So I just want to know what the point of your first video was, like, genuinely. Like,
Just to share my thoughts.
Like, were they your thoughts, though? Or were they
It was
your
my
friend's
analysis of everything, but yeah.
So, when you say, I apologize if the video didn't exactly hit the mark, I'm sure it wouldn't, haha, but I had to pull strings for the sake of PR, simply because you can't just up and say Peach is not bad. You gotta show them the rails. And you're not bad, just give this video a few days, see how people take it. And then you continue saying, I wasn't trying to dogpile, and then I say, because at this point I already knew what you were saying, it wouldn't be good branding to be nice to me. And you say, yeah, it's all business in the end.
I mean...
And not only that, but I
YouTube is-
rewatched the videos as well, even just today, before coming into the call with you. And you said things that directly went against what I showed you, like, screenshot-wise. Like, you already knew wasn't true.
That's hard to remember that far back.
For instance, you said a few things with Camila Cuevas, basically saying, essentially with the, if you fell out about the credit, you should have still been friends with her afterwards, despite me showing you that I got harassed by her. That was sent to you beforehand. The fact that I tried to apologize to her multiple times, that was sent to you, and that was not mentioned either. But essentially, you were just trying to frame it in a way that I have to say, if you didn't have those screenshots, that'd be one thing, and I'd take it as like that would be your perspective from what you'd seen. But if I'd shown you proof that she'd been harassing me, clearly it wasn't so cut and dry to me just go, oh, Peach is bad because she's just cutting off someone for no reason. And then with Creepshow Art, I showed you screenshots as well, which showed that she was either, well, let's cut to the fucking chase because we know who she is now. She was just fucking lying. And I showed you proof that she was lying about stuff, like literally just stuff that directly contradicted stuff. And he didn't even consider that at all. Like your section of her section, the most he said was she was a little emotional in her video. You never said anything to do with, the fact that she could be lying at all, despite you knowing that.
I'm trying to recall things, but I think that lines up.
Because because this isn't a case where I'm trying to catch you out, man. Like the catching out would have been the fucking messages of OPR and all that crap. What I'm asking is like, why? Because I'd rather I'd rather be honest and say, oh, I didn't care, or oh, well, I'm friends with them, or
Would you
any
really
other.
want me to be honest?
I would much rather you be honest, because that's why I'm asking.
I mean,
you.
I guess like I said in the last call, I do have nothing to lose. It's a combination of like, it's like not really super directly related to my life, and also I know Creepshow a little bit better than I knew you at the time, so I would take a buddy's word over yours.
Would you take a friend's word over literal proof?
If they're a friend, I like to hold their value, the value of their words somewhat high. It's just kind of how I operate. Proof.
So, see, this is the thing, Spoctor, and I'm going to be blunt. If you wanted to sit there and, I'm going to say it as derogatory as possible, because more because I'm so sick of, it wasn't just you, but a million other people did the same thing, sucking Shannon off, shall we just say it bluntly as possible. If you wanted to do that, that's perfectly fine. If you wanted to go off in her DMs and go, yeah, Shannon, you're fucking great. It's a whole other thing to go and, one, lie to me, lie to Carmen, and lie to your audience.
Lie to the what?
Well, okay, we'll break it down. You lied to me. You said that you wanted to come and see my side. But you say right now, you didn't care that much.
Okay. I want to try to bring people together, because I think situations are bullshit, I think things can be resolved a lot of the time.
Because, you didn't do anything to resolve it.
I tried.
Doing a PR thing, doing what you didn't resolve anything.
Well,
and then you dismissed me when I was upset about it.
I think at this point, Tech knows what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
I think at this point, just an apology and then ending it would be good.
Well, I would rather have a proper conversation, because
what are we going to talk about? Like, I fucked up.
I mean, it's more or less like a lot of the why. Like, it's a lot of strange things. Like, we could talk about lying and doing all sorts of these things, but a lot of it is just the why, and Pete just wants to know why, because it's just utterly ridiculous.
I didn't give it as much attention as I should have. That's about pretty much what it boiled down to.
Yeah, and that's the tip of the iceberg, my friend. Because many times at 5:55, you say using mental health is a yikes moment. At 8:05, you say that prison mate Luke's claim that I'm suicide baiting was just a simple assumption of suicide baiting. And then at 10:02, you say, I don't want to assume you were suicide baiting, but it's fucked up for the people around you to make them worry like that, whether you intend to go through with it or not. At 11:0, you say, I would argue she's just being over emotional. This is in relation to me being called a suicide baiter. At 11:50, you say, and then she's overreacting when she noticed a sub drop in relation to me being called a suicide baiter, trying to tell your audience that the only reason I cared about that was because I was having a sub drop, and not because I had people saying I'm suicide baiting. At 14:26, while showing the tweet where I was basically attempting my own life, you say she's just unable to handle what's given to her. And then at 15:57, go out there and act, and then she can't just go out there and act like she's having an anxiety attack every fucking time she gets criticized. And then, after that, I have to ask you,
Yeah.
why did you make those fucking jabs at my grooming?
Jabs at your grooming.
At 2:12, using the video of my grooming, which obviously I was 13.
Look, I
I'm
probably
going-
shouldn't have used it. I know that. And I honestly just wasn't thinking. I didn't really make the correlation between that video and the possible implications of how you would take it. It's just genuinely a mistake on my end to
You
have
said
used
that
it.
I was intensely bad at relationship management and emotional management while using the fact that I was groomed as a child
It,
Like,
as
okay, hold
it
on.
was
proof of
just
hold
a
on,
that.
visual.
hold
It was
on.
just a
Hold on.
it was just
Okay.
visual
Spoctor,
imagery on the video.
Spoctor, so you're admitting that it's a mistake, but it's more of like, but why did you do those things? Yeah, you can. We recognize
Because
that, like
it
you're
was
saying, it's a
visual
mistake.
imagery. I thought would fit the words that I was saying.
What do you? Okay, I'm going to. Oh, okay. If you want to
Not
say
not because it's associated with your grooming, but because the image that was on screen was that of your character in a very upset-looking state, and I
so we're
like, oh,
doing
this
the
would fit.
same. So we're doing the same fucking bullshit that Omnia said as well, because I'm not having that. Sorry, Spoctor, but we're not.
Well,
Because
I'm
you
saying
said
that,
the
and I'm
same.
sorry, but that's
You-
all I'm going to give
Hey,
you.
I
That's
think
really
we're-
I'm
the only
sorry.
reason that I have
No,
for it.
because what I'm going to say is to you, Spoctor, that I saw a pattern, and I'm sorry
What?
to mention your DID video, but I'm going to have to.
Okay.
Because you used the same kind of reasoning for people with dissociative identity disorder and CPTSD in general to have bad relationship management. You mentioned in your video that people with those kind of trauma will eventually have aspects of their abuser as part of their personality. You also called me broken, while also again showing my grooming video as a visual representation of that. And then in your DID video, you said that people with trauma are damaged and broken. It feels less like just random imagery and more like what you said to
What?
me, which was when you said that you used my grooming as a way to humanize me.
Jack, take a
That's
minute before
that's
you
a
respond.
stretch. What?
You're gonna mess up so bad.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jinx.
Okay. So Tech's DID video wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, but I did help with it a little bit because but some of the stuff that he was trying to say there was a lot of information compacted into a tiny video. I know it was 30 minutes long, but it was still a lot. And to say that to have your users incorporate into your personality, that's not exactly what I think is going for, because what I was talking about was that when you have interjects, the most common type of interject isn't interjects of Minecraft YouTubers or whatever. It's most commonly interjects of abusers. It's not going to say that it will happen all the time. You'll not always have an interject of your abuser, but it is most common than fictives or whatever. That's what that was about.
My more point is
I know, I was
that
just
this
saying
isn't that this is kind of been proven to not just be like a random coinky dink. This wasn't a case of you accidentally downloading my grooming video, accidentally having it fall into your video editor, and accidentally fall into those very specific places where accidentally it would come across as just fitting enough of what you were saying in your script to line up with bad relationship management, grooming, broken grooming, and nowhere else in the video was that shown.
What was the? I'm sorry, I just never seen the videos. You don't have to answer if it's too personal. I just want to know what was on the screen. If that's too personal, you don't have to tell me.
It's just the video where I was talking about being groomed as a kid.
I see.
It was like a PNG art.
No, but
that was inside the video.
you know what the video was, and you were also saying that I've got bad relationship management, and that is when you used it. Nowhere else.
What do you want me to say to that?
I want you to know how disgusting that is, Spoctor.
Well, why is it disgusting?
How do you not
know.
understand that?
I
Do you
I don't
need it-
understand.
Do you need it explained to you just one more time? And I'm not being insulting, by the way. Like, do you?
It's
I
okay
yeah
if
no
I
I
explain it
really
because I'm someone that's like close to Spoctor, and it might be easier if I explain it if that's okay. Because I'm on,
Yeah.
I agree with you, and I just want to try to explain it if that's okay.
Yeah,
Go
please
ahead.
do. Please do.
Okay. So the issue is that when trying to explain how, I'm sorry, I have really bad memory issues. I need to look at your name one more time. Your name is Peaches, right? Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So Peaches was talking about, what are your pronouns? Let me check real quick. She, her. Okay.
It's she, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So she was talking about how her grooming, was talking about her grooming, and you decided to put that on the screen while saying something negative, or talking
Mhm.
about, it's just not in good taste to bring up someone's grooming in a video and then have that be something to back up how negative they're being. I know your intention wasn't to, like, bring up the grooming itself.
No,
Your
I
intention
didn't
was
I
something
didn't want
different.
to. Yeah.
I know that wasn't your intention, but it
Yeah.
still comes off that way, regardless of your
Yeah,
intention.
okay.
It still happened. It's like if you murder someone, well, you still murdered them. That's obviously. Sorry, I'm really
Yeah.
terrible at explaining. But do you understand how this is
Yeah.
not good?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you should
It was just
apologize, but
yeah, I'm sorry. I mean the video I did end up taking the video down after that last call we had because I just kind of went kind of
and
weird
if she doesn't want to forgive you,
deleted a
that is
lot of
also
videos.
okay.
Yeah,
We
no,
can
it's
just talk about something else.
yeah. But
Because
that's
the thing that I've had a problem with is that the fact that you knew to some extent that you had upset me and you did wrong me and you didn't even want to give me a chance to talk to you about it.
I know why that happened as well. It doesn't excuse it. It was just that a lot of stress was building up. And I know it doesn't excuse it, but I think, Tech, instead of saying some kind of excuse, I think you should also apologize for that as well.
yeah, yeah. I just got busy. Sorry.
Could you be unbusy for a second?
Yes, you can.
You
Yes.
gotta be direct here, Spoctor.
Yeah. Wait, what are you looking for?
Are you paying attention?
Sorry, what?
Okay,
okay.
let me
That's a
help
definite
you.
no. It's fine because I'll talk to Spoctor one-on-one now. Spoctor, I don't know what you're going through right now, and I'm not here to try and worsen that. That's why I'm making sure that that your sister's here, and that's why I mentioned before. I don't know if him muting means that he's gone now or whatever, but I will wait.
I'll
I'm
just
still
give
here.
him a little minute.
I'm still here. I'm listening.
Okay, let's do okay. Hold on.
All right.
I'm helping him ground real quick. Okay. Tech, can you like hold on? Brain cells.
Well, he said he
I'm
was
good. No, I'm good.
He said
Don't worry
he
about it.
was-
I'm good.
He said he was listening, so Peaches, just go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm good.
Go ahead. Okay. Like I'm not here to fucking dogpile you. I'm not here to like be malicious, but I'm also not gonna sugarcoat things I say because I'm genuinely pissed off. Because
You have every right to be.
because I tried to talk to you before, and I've heard why you did it, and I don't need it repeated. That you wanted to say that you just wanted to mess around with me, that you just wanted to scorch earth it, And if
Yeah.
you want to do that to people who fucking troll you or whatever the fuck, you go ahead. You slay king. But not when you're talking to me.
No, I know. I shouldn't have done that.
Before you continue, do you want to ground real quick?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
Because you also, like, you knew why you were in there. You were mic spamming. You were acting pretty shitty to my dad, not gonna lie. Saying that he's just a terrible person. You don't want to listen to anything. If you didn't want him there, you could have just said. Because he was being respectful to let me talk. And he knew that if you didn't want him there, he could just leave. I told you why he was there.
Yes, I know.
And if it was going to make you uncomfortable, because at the end of the day, Lyra's not the one who wanted to speak to you, it was me. And I genuinely find it disgusting, sorry to say, but not really, that every interaction I've had with you really has just been disrespect after disrespect. Because I'm not someone to use for fucking PR points. I'm not someone to use when you want to make a video during fucking December to get, I don't know whether it's for extra revenue because you saw the drama was popping off, or because you wanted to help your friends, or maybe all three.
Yeah, probably all three. Yeah.
Because, I'm not going to sit here and trauma dump on you, and I'm not going to sit here and say how much it affected me, because I would hope that somewhere, in everywhere where you say, well, it doesn't affect me, so I don't care, there's a part of you, maybe, who knows that a lot of the things that you said was full-on bullshit, that the way they affected me was bullshit, and then when I come to you asking you questions, you dismiss it with, oh, well, I'm humanizing you. Oh, well, it was for PR. Oh, well, this. Oh, well, that. When Jar came and asked you, like, I don't ever expect Jar to be very hostile. When he asked you about why you used my grooming stuff, you said, well, I've never seen the video.
I didn't
Did
watch
Jar
the
want...
video. No.
Did you know what the video was about?
I honestly didn't.
You saw a video
not
saying
not
I
when
was
threw it.
groomed and...
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't know the details and the extent of the details. No, I just.
Do you need details? Do you know what?
Did
Do you know what
download a
child
video?
grooming is?
Heck, did you just download a video called grooming and just use?
Dude, it was so long
I thought it
ago.
was
I don't
part of-
remember. I really don't remember. It was so long
The
ago.
video wasn't a part of another video, was it? Or was it just a video titled grooming?
It was just the story time on me being groomed, yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't remember exactly where I got the footage. I probably got it from your channel, but
You would have got it from my channel, and you would have known exactly what it is.
yes.
But not only that, when I came to you and spoke to you about it because I didn't like it, your response was to dismiss me and just say that you were trying to humanize me.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry.
trying to say to me that if I'm wanting to kill myself, not
What?
sad boy posting or anything like that in your video, a lot of times your general consensus was, if I'm going to kill myself, to essentially do it privately, don't tell anyone because it'll worry and annoy people.
No, that wasn't my point. I'm just saying that's like I don't know. At the time my idea was like people shouldn't post that online. That was pretty much my idea at the time.
Do you know who I had as content? Do you know who I had as content?
Now I disagree with myself on it.
Yeah,
now.
because I've heard
That's
from
definitely-
other people that you still agree with the video to this day. If you have changed your mind in the past week,
It's been within the past month or so. Yeah, I've kind of gone through a pretty interesting shift.
and yet you say that, but when I want to talk to you, you treat me like shit again.
I shouldn't have acted that way. There's a lot of stuff that I've been dealing with this past few weeks, but
Because
we seem
I
to
shouldn't have done it.
we seem to
I'm just gonna end with this. Because I'm not gonna keep you much longer. I'm very disappointed, not gonna lie. I thought at the end of it I'd be able to have a proper conversation with you. Now I'm too tired, I'm too weary, and to be honest, I can't be bothered much longer. Because when I came to you, I wanted to ask you a few questions, sure, about like all the things that were going on, with whatever the fuck you're up to. But I just wanted closure, like proper closure. And I'm not getting that from you. And I don't think I will. Because you seem still dismissive. And I'm not going to keep asking you to talk. I'm just disappointed because I know that no matter what, I know how you see me. And I guess that'd be my own closure from this, I guess.
That's such
so if you... If you're going to quit commentary, I would say that's probably a good thing. Because
trust me.
If you don't... Well, you may think it is for you, which, yeah, probably is. But I'm going to say it's probably more a good thing for other people, not you.
If that's honestly,
because for the video on me, you spoke about someone who was already being dogpiled. You fucking laughed about it in the intro of your video. And I was suicidal at the start of that. And you didn't give a shit. So I don't know how many other times you've done that with other people. So I hope you just do fucking something else. Because I'm disappointed in all this. And I guess the closure I'm getting from this is hopefully it's probably not personal to me. You just seem to not care in general. Now I'm going to leave this. I know that Jar wants to say something. So Jar, you can unmute now.
Hey Spoctor, did you block me or just unfriend me on Discord?
Was that me that did that? I thought you did that. I'm sorry.
No, I came onto Discord, saw your messages, I went to nuclear, blah 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 blah, and then like I said, wait, what? And then it said, oh, can't message this person, so I was like, that was weird. Well, if you don't remember, that's fine. I'm sure that's going to be a response I'll hear a lot throughout this. But, yeah, like, I'm guessing you're kind of were, like, scared of the mob of Creepshow and Luke. And I get that. I was scared of them, too. And, like, I threw Peaches under a bus, but I felt bad about it and did what I could to, like, get the word out to, like, spread it around. And I apologized to her pretty early on, at least in comparison to you. But like, there's a lot of things like I do question myself about some of the things you said about me. Even like in your Toby video, you went, Jar, I know you're not a pedophile, but like some of the stuff you say is kind of weird. Like, Spoctor, I'm sorry, but you can't see child porn by having a fucking Netflix subscription. Just because Cuties is on there doesn't mean it's CP.
Well, yeah, doesn't mean it was kind of weird to me. yeah.
I think but afterwards I said it's a horrible, disgusting movie, but it isn't porn. And yeah, like I just thought that was kind of weird. And like, like you said, you like looked over all the videos and everything, but like I recently came back, looked over all of Luke's videos and did my response to everything. Granted, not a lot of people cared, but like, and there was a lot of other things I questioned, like with Heaton's video, you say that's no way to talk about another creator, but then you'll be like really soft on Luke calling Peaches a suicide baiter, and I was just scratching my head at all of that.
Yeah.
But then there, yeah.
I don't belong.
You don't belong?
No, I don't belong here. Not anymore.
Well, trust me, I'm an autistic weirdo who was homeschooled by my Christian religious mother who would physically beat me with sticks. I recently got another repressed memory of my uncle physically abusing me. Like, I don't belong anywhere, but I still, like, go about my day trying to get through things. Like, Yeah.
Jar.
Jar. All right. So
Time and place.
all right. So Peaches has said her word. She's made it pretty fucking clear. Thank you, Jar, for your contribution. I guess I'll just say maybe a couple of things, and we'll probably just end it off here because we're gonna go in fucking circles. I'm sure Peaches wants to go to sleep at this point. Look, Spoctor, like, you don't know me. I don't know you very well. Besides from what I've heard in that call and what you said here, you got to stop the chuckling, dude. You got to stop it. Like the laughing. Like I don't know. It's just after like your responses to what Peaches and Jar have told you. It's just I don't know.
It's kind of just a nervous tick, but
yeah, I know. It rubs me the wrong way. Like the way you've been responding and with the chuckling. I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way. I'm not sure how the rest of the people in here feel. But I'll definitely tell you one thing. Like being dishonest with people and being disingenuous with people is probably the worst route you can take. As you probably could have like
dude,
noticed by now. I know you're sighing about it. I know. It's just gonna make everything worse. It just makes everything worse, as you've probably figured out already, because Peaches wanted to talk to you earlier, and you did what you did. It made everything worse.
Yes, it did.
Now,
I know it did. I realized that like
you
a
don't
few
need to
hours
apologize.
ago.
You don't need to apologize.
And
I understand. You don't need to apologize. You just you gotta stop doing that. You really gotta stop doing that.
I know.
I will clarify for you that nobody here, as far as I'm concerned, is like participating in this call or doing whatever with this call to try and expose you or to try and cancel you. I don't think anybody in here in this call is really interested in doing that. They just want to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah. I could definitely tell you, at least from what I've noticed here and the people here, but that's pretty much it, because we're gonna hit an endless fucking circle because I've noticed it probably about 15 times at this point. Yeah, what?
Yeah, what's the question?
Is this call being like recorded?
I don't know.
It's okay if it is.
It is by me.
That's fair. Or is this like gonna go on YouTube or something? I'm nervous.
No, not unless like something wild happened.
Oh yeah, unless something wild happens. I mean, granted, I thought I was doing it, but okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, are you afraid of me?
You?
Yeah. I mean, are you afraid of me?
No.
Yeah. So who cares? Even if it goes up or whatever. I mean, you stand by your word. So you shouldn't be afraid if you stand by your word, right?
No, I'm not afraid.
Because you said that to Heaton, that it shouldn't matter anyway.
All right. Well, you can go now if you want to. Hopefully we don't have to do something like this again. Hopefully.
You will probably not hear a peep out of me.
All right.
Again. So sorry, I laughed again. Fuck.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for the talk, man.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was a lot. I know this was my first video, but I thought it was very important that people have a compilation of all the info that I could find surrounding this situation, as one thing led to the next and so on. It's also very important for people to know when someone in their community has committed crimes. Anyways, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully it'll be something a lot less serious.